Bunnies, welcome to another Naked Sunday video. Before we begin, of course, you know the routine. Grab yourself a drink. What I'm drinking is actually vodka cranberry today. We're switching it up. Funny story. Last night I was drinking and I was on my second cup and didn't feel like finishing it, so I put it in the freezer, and I woke up this morning and it was frozen. My husband says it's because it was all juice and not enough liquor. Whatever. I know how to make my drinks and my drink tastes good. So what I did was I added a little bit more vodka, a little bit more cranberry. I know it's nice and just slushy-ish and liquefied-ish, and I mixed it up with one of those big slushy straws, and now it's just perfect. It's nice and cold and it tastes like a drink from like Wet Willie's or one of those places. Go ahead, grab a drink and come back and let's start talking. We're going to be talking a little bit about infidelities. We're going to be talking about a little bit about love childs, love children, love whatever you want to call them, and I guess my reaction to them. First things first, children are not brought into this world by the whatever of the child, by the knowing of the willingness of the child, whatever. Children are brought into this world innocently and by two consenting, usually, hopefully, praying to God, two consenting adults, right? When it comes to you being in a relationship, and I've asked my husband this question before, and we've actually had this discussion, I think last week or a couple nights ago, and I don't even remember what did you say, babe? Would you stay?
Yes.
You would stay with me if I got pregnant?
No.
But you would want me to stay if you got somebody pregnant?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so that's his take. If I got pregnant, if I cheated and got pregnant, he wouldn't stay with me. But if he cheated and got somebody else pregnant, he would want me to stay. Here's my thing on that. I wouldn't stay if he got somebody pregnant. And if I stepped out on the marriage and got pregnant, I wouldn't expect him to stay. I wouldn't expect him to play stepdad to my outside child, and I'm not going to play stepmom to his outside child. I don't want there to be any resentment. I don't want there to be any ill will or ill feeling towards a child that did not ask to be brought into this world. If you are going to cheat, if he cheats or if I cheat or whatever the case is, and we have a relationship with somebody outside of our marriage, that's one thing, right? And that's something that you two can either deal with positively, negatively. However, if him and that person or me and this person are intimate to the point where we're not using protection, we're just doing everything raw, and it just so happens that I get pregnant, I shouldn't feel like he has to take that responsibility of loving a child that he had no say in creating. And I would expect that same respect to be given onto me, where he can't expect me to love a child and raise a child and take care of a child, be stepmom to a child that I had no decision making in, that I was not a part of anything going on. You feel me? If you are out there having intercourse with your side piece or with some random person or whatever the case is, and let's say, you know what, let's say you use a condom and the condom breaks. Let's say it's a complete accident. You know the condom broke. You know the condom broke. Why would you not go out and get extra contraception? Why would you not go out and take her to the doctor and find out if she actually is pregnant? And if she is pregnant, oh my gosh. I wouldn't stay. I wouldn't stay. That for me is, that's it. That's where I draw the line. Like, me and my husband, we've been through a lot in our marriage. I'm not gonna, and I've said it before, it hasn't been, we've been together 8 years going on 9. It hasn't been roses and skipping through fields of flowers and all this lovey-dovey shit. But what we have been through are things that we have overcome, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know where I was going with that. But if it comes to a point where another life is brought into the situation where you have to be responsible for that said life for the rest of your life, it's no, I couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it. If you watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, you'd have seen that Kirk Frost and Rashida, they went through this exact same situation. And yes, she left him for like maybe a good couple months to a year. Maybe that was just for the show, I don't know. But at the end, they got back together and whatever. And how I feel about that is because they have businesses together. They already have a certain amount of stability when it comes to certain things. They already have kids from prior relationships, yes, but I do believe they have kids together. They have multiple businesses together. They do, I believe, artist development or artist management or whatever the case is, so they have that together. And if it's a case like that, then it's definitely something to sit down and discuss and figure out whether it's worth breaking all that up, whether it's worth dividing all that up, or just accepting the child and moving forward. And if that's the case, and I am the one who gets pregnant, then I deserve the same courtesy. I deserve to be like, you know what, wife, you slipped up and it's not cool, but I'm still gonna be here and ride with you. I think the reason why it's so much harder for men to accept their woman stepping out is because of their pride and their ego and their just misogynistic, sexist, yes, I said it, I don't care, ways. They feel like, oh, if I stay with her, then I'm gonna look stupid. How do you think the woman looks in the situation? Yeah, so my 2 cents on the matter, I'm not staying unless it's a situation where it's like Kirk and Rashida and they do have multiple businesses, but then even so, you don't have to be intimate with that said person. You feel me? Like, you guys can still separate and just keep it business as usual. Keep business going like business should. Because now that I'm saying it out loud, the two things are really separate. Your marriage and your business are two separate things. If me and my husband decide to get a divorce or whatever, but we do, because we do have a business together. If we do decide to break up, I don't expect the business to break up because we both have invested so much into the business, whether it's time put in or it's money put in or investments or getting clients or whatever the case is. Effort has been put into it, and this is the business will be considered another child. So yeah, no, I wouldn't stay, and no, I would not expect him to stay. Now, what I want from you guys, because I did make a poll on Instagram, and when that poll is done, I'll post the results here. I think it's on my right hand side. I'll post the results here for you guys to see. But I do want you guys to comment down below and let me know what you guys would do. If you're in a relationship, whether you're the guy or whether you're the girl, and your partner steps out and either gets someone pregnant or gets pregnant, would you stay, and would you expect your partner to stay if the roles were reversed? Am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. All my eyes melted out. But that's the end of the video. Those are my 2 little cents. Take it as you will. Until next time, peace sign and kissy face. Bye.